Now, interesting fact is that in the last episode, I explained the reasons which could be behind Abdullah Qullium's leaving Liverpool, and this place was deserted. This was taken over by the council. Abdullah Qullium's son got it sold to the council, and the place was closed for several years. One of the Imams of Woking Mosque, ShahJahan, and his name was Maulana Uddin, he visited Liverpool in 1914, and his aim was to reunite those Muslim families which were living in Liverpool, so that they can be given opportunity to learn more about the religion, because about 60 families lived in Liverpool at that time. They accepted Islam, 600 people in the time of Abdullah Qullium. But after disappearance of Abdullah Qullium from Liverpool, all these families were dispersed. He came to Liverpool and he contacted families, and these were only 3 families living in Liverpool at that time. 2 of those families went to receive him at the Liverpool train station. He came here and he met Abdullah Qullium's sons, and Abdullah Qullium's family was living there, still there in Liverpool. Bilal Qullium, Ahmad Qullium, Hanifa and Halima Qullium, 4 children. I mean, Abdullah Qullium married a few times, 3 to 4 times I think, and he met the people, and unfortunately he could not find anyone other those 3 families. And gradually, after more investigations, he could not find any those Muslim families, households. Onwards, all these people scattered in different places of the country because of one reason was I think they couldn't announce their religion openly or practice religion. There was pressure from the extremist groups at the mosque and at that time in Liverpool. So some of them went to other places, Woking, and God knows where all these people disappeared. Now, at least there was one effort put by this person from ShahJahan Mosque in 1914, and I mentioned Khwaja Kamaluddin. He was the one who established ShahJahan Mosque in Woking. Initially, it was built by Mr. Latimer in 1889, and then got closed in 1914. This is a big story to be honest. There is amazing history. Please go into that last episode, and see find about amazing facts about the ShahJahan Mosque and how a Jew built that mosque. That place run by Lahori Ahmadiyyas. He visited Liverpool and went back and gave a report, and this report was published in one of the Ahmadiyya Lahori magazines known as Paigham. It was a newspaper called Paigham, where he mentioned all what he saw in Liverpool, and then no further effort was put forward to re-established even by the Lahori Ahmadiyyas. There is no evidence in any of the research I have done. There is no such historical facts available that something was done by the Muslims of ShahJahan Mosque. I don't know. There were big names. Lord Headley, who established Islam, Lady Hamilton Buchanan, she established Islam, and many other aristocrats. But I don't know why they did not open this place, this Liverpool Muslim Institute, a first prayer area. So ShahJahan Mosque, Abdullah Qullium Mosque, related to ShahJahan Mosque related to East London Mosque. But what I know is that establishing a proper mosque facility, sometimes people in different areas, they say they want to establish a mosque, and when we see that, oh no, why you want to build a mosque, why you want to make some money on it, I realized because when Abdullah Qullium left, all those people disappeared, and that was one of the reasons. 600 people in Liverpool, those families were displaced. They were left as an orphan in religion. They scattered because there were nobody to take care of them. and there was no basically unified place like a mosque. And where they can go, they can feel protected, they learn their religion, and then they get strengthened in their thoughts, in their views, and collectively they make strategies to propagate Islam. And now, for example, here, when they used to come out, people used to stand after Jummah prayer, and a number of people standing there chanting them, throwing shoes, rotten food on them, bullying in different ways. It was a difficult situation. So that was, you need to, unified place like a proper mosque. Those 600 people could have lived unanimously together, and in the Liverpool, and spread Islam to other people as well, and that could have been more converts in this city. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Abdullah Qullium left. This place was deserted, was converted into a record room, and this was bought by the council for an office, and they bought this place, and it was closed for many years, and they made it a record room, birth, death registries, and everything was here. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved the place for a century. Nobody touched it. There was a record room. It was fireproof. It was protected, waterproof, and everything. It was just closed for several years till 2015, and it was opened again as Abdullah Qullium Society and Abdullah Qullium Mosque. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rest Abdullah Qullium's soul in peace. And again, it's easy to criticize on him why he left. We didn't know the reasons, how hard it was for him leaving his own family, his kids in Liverpool, and then going to Constantinople. And after 2 years, he came back in 1905 and in 1911 in London, and started a project there with ShahJahan Mosque. And if you want to go and see the details of these previous episodes, I have collected all evidence related to this research, which is scattered in different places, websites, or different publication into these 7 episodes, 10 to 15 minutes each. It will be worth for you. YouTube episodes, you can go and watch them. Abdullah Qullium Mosque, ShahJahan Mosque have got a connection, and you cannot separate them. If you want to follow this history, if you want to know more about it, if you are interested, please catch up from the previous episode, first episode, and the end of the series, and you will be amazed to see how much interesting stories are involved and how much effort has been put in making these videos. Thank you very much.